All right, guys, we're back at it again today. It is Sunday. I've got some high energy levels right now, and a lot of that has to do with just going to the gym repeatedly. Even though I haven't gone every single day since we've started this journey, just going, getting the energy levels up, feeling good. I know a lot of you got Sunday off, so don't make an excuse right now where you're not sure what the hell you want to do today. Get your ass to the gym and go kill it. I'm gonna do some chest today. I'm gonna kill it, and I can't wait. I hope you guys are ready. Not sure what we're gonna talk about afterwards, but we're gonna have some fun. All right, guys, I'll see you in there. All right, guys, just finished up my workout. I only got one little clip for you guys because the music in there was like super loud today, and it wasn't. He usually has on the riff, so I mean you can rock out, you know, it's usually some good music, but it was like some real soft core shit, like you know, the commercial with the dying dogs, the In the Arms of the Angel. It was that shit. So not cool, and it was real loud, and it was playing over my music in my headphones, so I just repped some shit out real fast on the bike. It was even so loud, like usually you can't hear the music all that well on the bike, but you were hearing it, that's for sure. So I just did 4 miles real fast. I didn't even look at the time. I just busted out. I was sweating so hard I couldn't even take my shirt off, so to change it. So I'm sitting here in this sweaty ass shirt. But anyways, doing a speed workout, it got me thinking, you know, the different types of, you know, ways to lift, if you want to put it like that. I mean, like, for example, the most generic way to lift, I think a lot of people do, are 3 sets of 10 reps, no matter what they do, which is fine. I mean, I think that's a good place to definitely start. You know, once you get in the gym the first time, just go by that. Whatever workout you're doing, do it 3 times, do it 10 reps each set you do it. So nothing wrong with it. It can get you pretty far in what you need to do. But there's also ways to accelerate your muscle growth and burn your muscles up, you know, get the calories burned up. For example, in the only clip that I have on here, I'm doing what's called a superset. It's where you do 2 workouts with no break in between. So I was doing the incline press to really work the top half of your chest. And what you'll notice is, you know, I like to go below 90 degrees, you know, so that means elbows below the chest, and really just stretch out that chest muscle. And then when you come up, don't ever hit the dumbbells together. That causes you to lose control. There's other muscles that are gonna have to focus to regain control. You don't wanna do that. You wanna focus everything you can on whatever muscle group you're hitting. So if you're banging weights together, it's not good. That goes for any kind of workout, like the weight machines, the cable machines. If you let that shit slam and then you try to pick it up, it just ruins the flow. It's not good. Control your weight. And then I went right to the incline lower flies, I guess you want to call it. So that'll hit the lower half of my chest. But again, I was really stretching to hit the outside part of my chest to really try and shape it. So there's that. There's supersets. Another thing are drop sets, what I like to do at the end of workouts. So with that, what I like to do is, a drop set, what it is you start on a higher weight. For example, just say 100 pounds of whatever you're doing. I did a drop set at the end of my workout. I did the tricep push downs. I did it in a couple videos ago, but I started at 100 pounds. I think I did 10 reps. I bumped it down to 80 pounds. I think I did 12 reps, then 60, 15 reps, 40, 20 reps done. Rule of thumb I like to do with those is whatever you do rep wise for the last weight. So if I did 10 reps at 100 pounds, if I bump it down to 80 pounds, I need to do minimum 10 reps again. That's just what I like to go by, but I like to try and bump it up to 12. I think a good rule of thumb that I like to go by is 10, 12, 15, 20, or 8, 10, 12, 15, 20. How you can start at 2 reps or 1 rep. It doesn't matter, whatever you're feeling, however heavy you're feeling. If you're feeling good that day and want to go real heavy, and start with 1 rep, that does work your muscles. It's not 1 wasted rep. It's a good 1 rep, especially if it's good form and you're doing it right. That 1 rep will count. So there's that, and then there's another thing I like to call up downs, an up down workout, or down up, however you want to look at it. That's another thing before I get into that, is there are so many different terms for a lot of the same things in the gym world. You might do something that you call one thing, and some person's doing the exact same thing that they call another thing, but you have no idea what the hell they're talking about. But you'll learn that when you talk to them, and you're like, oh, that's this workout that I do. So if someone says something that you have no idea what it is, either ask them or Google it, because there's 100,000 different muscle exercises you can do. You Google it, there's usually an instructional video, somebody doing it real slow, showing you how to do it, showing you what not to do. So that's something you can look up. But anyways, down ups, it's kind of like a superset. Well, not so much, but it's kind of like a drop set with an upset, if you will. So what I like to do is you start low. So for example, I like to do this with curls, either when I warm up or when I burn out at the end. So I'll grab 10-pound dumbbells, do a whole bunch, grab 20-pound dumbbells, do a little bit less, grab 30-pound dumbbells, do a little bit less, 40. Depending on how I'm feeling that day, I might go up to 50, 60 if I'm really feeling crazy. And then whatever I did coming up, I'll do it all again, all the way back down. This shit hurts so good and burns so good. You will love it. You will love the pump. Like I said, I like to try and do a minimum of whatever I did rep-wise the last set. So, but don't push it to the point to where your form just turns to complete shit, because like I said, other muscles start to activate that you don't want to activate. It's not good. And then you're just not really hitting what you need to hit. So there's no point. You're just wasting energy, and you're not hitting the muscle groups you need to hit, and you could possibly be hurting yourself, which obviously you don't want. I will say this over and over again. It is not a race. It is you versus you. So don't fuck yourself over, is the bottom line. And one of the last things I want to talk about is isolation, or one side at a time. Obviously, we have 2 arms, we got 2 pec muscles, 2 legs, yada yada, whatever. A lot of workouts you do, bench press, you're pushing at the same time. Flies, you can fly at the same time. Squat, obviously you're squatting down with both legs at the same time. And if you haven't been in the gym, honestly, I would assume no one's seriously working out until they're probably about 16 years old or so. Like real weights, real form, whatever. But so obviously you probably have a strong hand, strong leg, strong side. I'm right-handed, right-footed. I am right side dominant. So obviously whenever I'm bench pressing, especially when you first start out, when your muscles are starting to activate and really get going for the first time, a lot of people will notice on the bench press, you'll push up and you'll notice that right hand's going up, but this left hand's struggling to get up, and it's just your right side or your left side, whatever's more dominant, will do a lot more work. So I think it's real good to try and focus on doing one at a time. So for example, just do free weights with dumbbells, bench press or chest press with dumbbells, really. Either you can do one at a time too. What I like to do, for example, for chest is I'll hold the other dumbbell in one hand to keep me stable, and then you push with your other hand. But you can do that you can do one-legged squats. All this though, with the one-legged, one-handed, one arm, whatever, one shoulder at a time, it's gonna take a lot of core strength. You're gonna have to really be able to stabilize yourself and balance. So either A, have a counterweight, or B, really work on your core and strengthen that up before you move on to the isolation workouts where you're only using one hand at a time or 1 foot at a time or whatever it may be. Or just just really slow down and focus. You don't have to push out 10 reps as fast as you can. Come all the way down, breathe, push all the way up with control. Do the same thing with your other hand, so you know that you're getting the same kind of reps in. Because like I said, if you're doing stuff at the same time with both hands or both legs or whatever, you can't really judge how hard one is really pushing against the other. So you might be developing your other side a little bit faster than the other. So it's hard to really keep track of. I mean, you can kind of notice it. Sometimes it's different for a lot of people. Some people, I mean, for example, The Rock, there's a movie he's in with Kevin Hart where he's got some shorts on, and you can see one of his calves look like this and the other one looks like that, you know. So I mean, it can happen where one side will be overdeveloped or the other underdeveloped or just not catching up or whatever. So, and then it can take a lot of time to really balance that out. So I think that's a good thing, is to try and catch it before it happens, but it's hard. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna notice a lot of flaws in your body, if you will, when it comes to working out. You're not gonna be perfectly symmetrical like all these movie stars, superhero looking dudes, or chicks, whatever. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, you'll notice it, but at the end of the day, that's okay, because you're fit and you're healthy, and who gives a shit if one of your calves is slightly bigger than the other, one of your pec muscles is slightly bigger than it. Don't matter. You're healthy and you're jacked. Who cares? Do your thing and keep pushing. So I think we'll wrap it up with that. Like I said, you don't have to stick to the standard 3 sets by 10 reps, 4 sets by 10 reps, whatever. I mean, like I said, you can Google anything. You can Google. I listed 3, 4, 5 things, different things you can do. That's just dipping your toe in the water. There's so many different ways to work out. Google it, do your research. Again, trial and error, find out what works for you. That's all that matters, is what works for you. Supersets, drop sets, up down sets, those work for me. I enjoy those. I can feel the burn. I love it. I would recommend them, but I'm going to recommend them for you to try, not to go by, not to live and die by, because it might not work for you. That's what you have to understand. So with that being said, guys, like I said earlier, it's Sunday. I know a lot of you ain't working. Get up, get out there, run around the house, do some squats with the babies in your hand, run up and down the stairs. Like I said, it don't matter. Let's get the blood flowing. Let's get some high energy levels coming out of the weekend and start Monday on the right foot. We're gonna, like I said last week, we're gonna throw that fuck this, I hate Mondays attitude out the window. We're coming in, starting the week hot and happy. So let's do it, and let's do it together. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.